Ladies and gentlemen, Happy New Year. I have returned to the place where I live from my parents' house. It's great to see them. And if you noticed, I have this headset on. It's because it's got this here mic, which is probably why it sounds a lot better than it has been the past few days. And how I record, there really isn't a better way for me to set this up, so it's just going to be like this. Maybe if I get a good flat surface, I'll change it, but that's all I got so far. I hope you had a great New Year, especially if you do seriously celebrate it. Go hang out with friends, spend time with family if you did. I certainly did. I spent some time with friends playing Borderlands 2, which did a lot of my time for this year, or this year past. You tell I'm already being affected. I hate New Year sometimes. So I started making YouTube videos 1 year ago. My first video was posted, I think, on the 31st or the 1st. I recorded it at like midnight, so I started making it 2010, but whatever. 2011, whatever. And when I started that, I had no idea what I was going to do. I just wanted to talk about video games. And as I've made more videos, as I developed who I am, as you've seen who I am, I've determined that I choose a topic, whether it's a game or a game mechanic or a broad idea of a game, and I give you my honest, genuine thoughts about it. And that's how I hope you perceive it. That I am telling you how I feel about this thing. I've been very honest about just about everything I've talked about. Maybe I've changed how I look at it over the years, but that's how people are. They change. If you don't sincerely believe that, you're an absolute idiot. I'm sorry, but you're an absolute idiot if you don't believe people change. I also tend to pick the side of the non-popular opinion. I try to look at it from EA's point of view, or, not so much the controversial point, but more the let's take a look from all directions, not just the popular opinion. And I tend to hold this about a lot. I was not put off by the Mass Effect 3 ending like so many other people were. Granted, they actually changed the one thing I didn't like about it was the lack of closure, and they changed that. So that's what I think I really set out to do, is to find myself being an honest, genuine gamer, giving my honest, genuine gamer opinions, wearing cool shirts. And I hope if I ever see any of you who watch at a PAX or at RTX, that when you come to see me, that I'm the exact same way that I'm here, on the internet, because this is who I am. The only thing I'd change is that you can see me in real person life instead of seeing through a camera. So I hope that if you've been watching over the past few months or the year, that you've noticed that I continue to be the same person, speaking on different opinions with the same sort of ideas. That gaming is something to be respected, something to be enjoyed, and still a growing medium. I mean, when you think about it, film is over 100 years old. Television, a little less. Radio is pretty darn old as well. And those are very developed, established mediums. They have organizations, they have awards and all that stuff. And while those exist for games, when you think about it, games have only been really big and mainstream for about 30 years. I mean, you can say, ever since Pong, but even then, that's not that much. So I hope you've learned to appreciate my opinions, that you've learned to establish that I'm not the most talented person on YouTube, but I certainly have a very different way of looking at every game that's ever been made ever. Sort of. Hopefully. But not really. In 2013, I hope to continue to do this, to give you my good, honest opinion on every single game I play, or on news topics that crop up, or things I see on Reddit, or something like that, or something that pops up on YouTube related to games, and that you continue to watch and appreciate what I do by giving me your opinion. I want to hear how you feel about what I say. I did a Plants vs Zombies video, and somebody said do a video on Halo Wars. I would love to do a video on Halo Wars, but I don't have it, so I can't. I appreciate every single one of you who's ever watched one of my videos. Be you give it a positive response or a negative response. All that matters is that you recognize that I'm doing something a little different on YouTube than just playing through a game and putting commentary over it, although I'd like to do that, because I tend to rage in very interesting ways during games. And I don't just talk about a game and say, oh, this is a good thing about it, this is a bad thing about it. I try to compare it, I try to bring examples into play, and if I ever get an editing program, I will definitely improve how I do my comparisons and all the other range of things that I do. I hope that you stick around for this next year. I hope to really continue bringing you guys new videos every single day of the week, more or less. Holidays excluded, exams excluded, etc. Thank you for tuning in today, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you have a great year. I feel like this year I'm going to really bring you some cool stuff. They got some really cool games coming out this year. Gears of War Judgment, I'm going to have a lot of words to say about that when it comes out. And I hope you appreciate what I've done for you. Every comment, every question you've ever asked me, I will try my best to respond. Thank you very much for watching this past year. I hope to see you throughout all of this year. And I shall see all of you later.